It is a great pleasure and honor to have with us today Professor Abhay Karandikar at IISER Bhopal. He is an eminent scientist and is the Secretary of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He is widely renowned for his contribution to the country's telecommunication sector. He developed the concept of frugal 5G network to enable affordable rural broadband connectivity and contributed to national telecom policies. So we'll move on to the questions. Hello, sir. Welcome to IISER Bhopal.
Thank you.
Could you please share your thoughts on the campus of IISER Bhopal? Also, is this your first visit here?
Yes, it is my first visit to IISER Bhopal campus. And as you can see that the IISER Bhopal campus has developed as a beautiful campus. The infrastructure has come out quite nice. And being a student from IIT Kanpur and also having been the director of IIT Kanpur for last 5.5 years, I see a lot of similarity between IIT Kanpur and IISER Bhopal campus, including the names like visitor hostel for guest house and so on.
Okay. So, your work is mainly focused on telecommunication, and you have recently mentioned that all telecommunication technologies may converge into the 6G era. So, can you elaborate on the future of this telecommunications?
Yeah, so I think as you can see now with the digital connectivity is becoming all pervasive connectivity. So it is not just becoming a medium of high speed broadband, but also it has applications in health, education, agriculture, transportation, logistics, retail, financial transactions, banking, etc. So it is becoming all pervasive digital connectivity, and in this all pervasive digital connectivity, the transport communication infrastructure plays a significant role. So beyond 5G, like when you go to 6G and all, they will unify all communication infrastructure and will have a convergent infrastructure which will have a very wide range use cases almost affecting every sector in today's life.
So, it has worldwide aspects.
Yes.
So, can you provide some insights on the recent developments made by DST and that have helped the nation?
Yeah, so the DST has been running many programs. One of the important program has been National Mission on Cyber Physical System. So under that mission, we have set up 25 mission hubs across the country, and they have developed technologies in various areas of cyber physical system like cyber security, medical robotics, IoT, agriculture sensors, etc., autonomous vehicles, and many of these technologies are now have reached a stage of maturity where they are getting commercialized. Going forward, DST is operationalizing Anusandhan National Research Foundation (NRF), which is going to become the body for launching a large R&D program in the country. This bill was approved by the Parliament in August, and maybe in this month we will operationalize the foundation. The Government of India has already allocated a significant amount of funding, and I hope when the NRF is launched, we will be able to upscale the R&D innovation ecosystem in the country.
In the past decade, there has been a surge in the number of patents filed in India. How do you see the roadmap for the commercialization of patents and the role of startups as well?
Yeah. So I think, as you know, that India has now become a significant startup hubs. We have more than 100,000 startups, and many of these startups are in science and technology areas. In fact, DST itself has supported 170 incubators, and we have supported more than 12,000 startups through our Nidhi program. And most of these startups which are supported by DST are in the science and technology areas. Some of them are in the deep tech areas. And these startups critically depend upon their intellectual property and patents which they have filed. And I hope once these technologies reach a stage of commercialization and adoption in the market, we will see a value for the patents that have been filed by the Indians.
Similarly, the number of students pursuing PhDs have increased, as well as the institutes have increased. So, is there a plan to increase the number of student research fellowships?
See, of course, I agree that the students' research fellowships needs to be increased. In fact, in the NRF, there is a plan, there is an importance on the capacity building. So we may have a mechanism for postdoctoral fellowships, enhancements, etc. And I think I agree with you that there is a need to increase the numbers of PhD fellowships overall, so that see, India, full-time equivalent R&D, there is this matrix that how many R&D personnels are here. I think that requires a substantial enhancement in the number. Otherwise, we will not be able to play at a global scale in the R&D. And I think NRF is a vehicle, one of the vehicles to sort of reach that. And capacity building in R&D is definitely a part of that. And as an overall part of that, the PhD fellowships, postdoctoral fellowships are, of course, some of the components.
We look forward to the launch of NRF. The partnership between academia and industry is much needed for translational research. What are your plans to enhance this partnership and for its success?
Yeah, so I think the industry academia partnership, as you rightly mentioned, is very, very critical. In DST, as a part of our innovation and entrepreneurship programs, we have set up certain center of excellence in the academic institutions to promote translational research. And in fact, in the NRF also, 10% of the funds will be allocated for innovation and entrepreneurship activities. More than that, I think in the NRF, we will also look for R&D programs to be co-funded by the industry. As you know that in India, we spend only 0.6 to 0.7% of our GDP as a part of the R&D. We have to enhance it to a respectable number like 3 to 4%. And that is possible only if the industry invests in the R&D. It cannot just come from the government funding. And we have a healthy environment where the research done in academia is translated into deployable products and commercialized through a mechanism of translational research, technology licensing, and startup incubations.
Thank you, sir, for coming here. And at last, do you wish to give a message for the IISER Bhopal students as well as faculty?
No, I think I don't have any specific message. All I want to say that these are very exciting times in science and technology area. India as a country has a great potential to become a global science and technology leader in the coming years. As our Honorable Prime Minister is saying that we have to become a Vikasit Bharat. And Vikasit Bharat or a developed country we can only become if we become a developed nation in science and technology. So academic institutions such as IITs and IISERs and other universities have a great role to play in terms of focusing on doing a world-class and impactful research that can make our country a global S&T leader.
Yeah, thank you. We were very glad.
Thanks.